And all the VA's got to do is give him an approval number.
He may be bedridden, but 71-year-old George Geiger isn't taking his prognosis lying down. He's a fighter.
I got shot down 6 times and wounded twice. This is the kind of helicopter I flew in Vietnam.
Geiger survived the war in 1968. 49 years later, he's trying to survive the bureaucracy of the VA health system and stage 4 throat cancer.
Yeah, I got a feeding tube put in my stomach because I can't swallow.
This past June, doctors at the Atlanta VA hospital broke the bad news. He desperately needed 2 treatments, radium, a form of radiation, and chemotherapy treatments. The VA approved the radium treatment at this hospital less than a mile away from his Paulding County home. But when he asked to receive his chemo treatments at the same hospital, the VA denied it, saying he must have his chemo administered at the Atlanta VA hospital, an hour's drive away.
The doctor says, well, what if you have a reaction to the chemo with the radium and pass out in 75, 85 traffic? What's going to happen then?
4 weeks, the VA wouldn't budge. Geiger's doctor told him time was running out.
He said, if we don't start this now, ain't no telling what will happen.
You may die. Later that evening, the 11 Alive investigators uploaded our cell phone recorded video of Mr. Geiger on YouTube. You can see the tumor. And emailed it to the VA in Washington, D.C. The next day, the VA approved treatment near his home, his first chemo regimen 67 days after getting diagnosed. Dr. David Bauer is the chief of staff at Atlanta's VA hospital. Is that an acceptable amount of time for someone to get chemotherapy treatment who has stage 4 throat cancer?
Well, we want to try to shorten the time for every patient.
Bauer admits poor communication contributed to the delays. Geiger wants to know why the VA didn't initially set up both cancer treatments from the beginning.
I totally agree with that, and I think that the Secretary is working hard to try to change that choice law to allow us to do that.
The law Bauer is talking about is the Veterans Choice Program. Originally passed in 2014, it's supposed to allow veterans to receive treatment from a local hospital if they can't get an appointment in 30 days, live more than 40 miles away from a VA facility, or travel identified as an excessive burden. The VA wants funding to expand on the excessive burden criteria to help more veterans like Geiger.
Once we got authorization, it's been rocking right along.
A veteran trained to adapt, hoping to overcome cancer, and a federal agency accused of delaying our nation's heroes.